Highside is a small park surrounded by a church, numerous restaurants, and residential buildings and houses in the northeast side of Bogotá called Usaquén. Its history goes back to the pre-Columbian era where the indigenous community, the Muiscas, inhabited this land until the arrival of the Spanish who dominated them, enslaved them, and finally displaced them to the southwest of the city, that nowadays hosts most of the low-income population. With the appropriation of this territory, an exclusively Spanish town was built, and its location made it a popular place to visit, as it was a place of passage between Bogotá, then Santa Fe de Bogotá, and other big cities in the country, and its train station made it an obligated stop. After the independence, wealthy families turned this area into their vacation destination, building their country houses here, before the town was finally absorbed by Bogotá's population growth and became part of the city. Its history, its location, and its Spanish architecture are all elements that have favored the development of a growing craftsman community that has seized the wealthy population that lives here and the great amount of visitors it receives as a recognized touristic site to make their main workspace. Today, many of its original residents and their families still live here, but now share the space with new residents, craftsmen, street vendors, restaurant owners, all kinds of artists, and huge crowds of visitors that come every weekend to enjoy the gastronomy, culture, and beautiful architecture. Because of that, it's also the place where all of these groups of people collide and constantly resent each other as everyone defends their own interests, which usually threaten the successful satisfaction of others. Under the idea of different measures of recovering the public space, power symbolized by the police has been used for years to permanently assault all kinds of informal workers that include craftsmen, artists, and street vendors, confiscate their products, and kick them out of the place. This has strengthened the feelings of rejection and exclusion for many of the residents and restaurant owners towards these particular groups of people, while bitterness grows among the most vulnerable towards the powerful and privileged people in the community. Fortunately, the pandemic has brought the need to reactivate the economy, which has benefited these working people as the current mayor has been opening more spaces for them to sell while protecting them more from the police. Based on this context, my project is focused on addressing these conflicts that exist between the groups of people that perform different activities in the park in an attempt of uniting the community and creating a sense of understanding of each other's circumstances and needs. Also, valuing what each member brings to the community instead of perceiving others as intruders and disruptors of their own peace and well-being. The idea is to focus on the craftsmen that have continuously been undervalued and mistreated in this community, while they have contributed, if not created, the cultural value that makes this park so special and visited today. I decided to celebrate their presence in the park and their work through monuments that elevate the value of these ordinary people. Video monuments of craftspeople that take over the park, over what's given, the built environment, the natural environment, and the blurred images that play with both of them. Craftsmen working, creating, telling their story. In parallel, the real people are there, present in this kind of stage that's always been there, inviting acknowledgement and interaction. In this dynamic atmosphere, booths are scattered through the grass areas, allowing passersby to take a pause, lay down, and watch the canopies of the trees come to life with the craftspeople's work.